Welcome everyone to the game between Grandmaster Yahli Sokolovsky from Israel and Vishy Anand. We are at the Jerusalem Masters, and in the background you can see Vishy talking with his old friend Peter Svidler. This is a tournament that Vishy is playing after quite some time, and Vishy is right now unbeaten. He had 2 draws and 1 win on day 1. A draw before this one, and this is the 5th 2 draws before this one on day 2, and a handshake here. So unbeaten still. Meanwhile, Sokolovsky in this tournament has had a very tough time. He has had almost all losses and 1 draw against Peter Svidler. So Vishy with the black pieces adjusting there, getting ready for the battle. A handshake between the players, and we are ready to rock and roll. E4 by Yahli. And Vishy goes for the Caro Kann. D4, D5 played. Knight to D2. Well, Anand doesn't usually play the Caro Kann, but you basically cannot really know what to expect from Vishy. Knight F6 takes, and this line which has become recently very popular, where black takes an inferior structure in order to get quick development. Bishop d3, short castles very quickly played. Queen c2 attacking the pawn on h7. Vishy gives a check. Knight comes to e2 blocking the check, and now h5 gaining space on the king side, and a very useful move. This is all well known theory. Bishop e3, and you can see both players are blitzing out their moves. Vishy thinks for a bit and gets his knight to d7. This knight generally sits on f8 quite well. c4 quickly played here by Yahli. Look at his preparation. Vishy breaks in the center with c5. And if you push d5, that's good for black because it gets the e5 square. So he long castles here. Whew. Man, he's going all out here, Yahli. And Vishy maybe wants to move his queen away, but now takes on d4, a good move. Knight takes on d4, and bishop to c5, putting pressure here, also preparing to get the queen to b6. Yahli gives a check on h7, and just simply king to h8. There could be potential tactics here with the rook on d1. He comes back bishop e4. And Anand quickly gets his queen to b6. You can see the black king is a bit weak. This pawn, queen e2 and h5 could come under attack. But for now, there's pressure on the bishop on e4. So rook e1. Knight comes to e5. Moves his knight away. And now knight to b5 played here. He's aiming for the weakened d6 square. Takes on e3. And rook takes e3. And now a normal move is bishop e6. Just black has a very comfortable position. But bishop g4 played by Anand. He's like, you can't push f3 because your rook is hanging. I'm attacking your rook. What are your plans? But rook d6 is what Yahli anyway wants to do here. And he finds it. He goes rook d6. Vishy under big pressure. Queen c5 may be the only move here. He goes knight c6, but that's not a good move because of h3. And when your bishop goes back, you go queen e2 and try to checkmate him. If g6, you have bishop takes g6 and e2 is hanging. So this is huge trouble here. Like for example, h3, bishop e6, queen e2, g6, and boom. Can he find it? No, he doesn't. He plays queen to c3, and Vishy back in the game. Maybe sacrificing an exchange here on e4 and then taking the pawn on f2 could be an idea. But Anand has 9 minutes now. Yahli has 6 minutes 30 seconds. Vishy looks calm, cool, collected. He's confident here. He's ready to get his rook into the center of the board. He plays rook a d8. And now somehow the best move here is a4. Just The main point is, of course, that after take here, you have the knight takes d6, then c5, and white is doing really, really well here. Also, a4 prepares the move c5. He goes bishop to d5, which is fine. I mean, taking rook takes e3, queen takes e3, and already white has a winning position. You must understand that in any endgame, black is in big trouble because of these pawns being weak. So Vishy goes a6, kicking the knight away. And now h3 is important, but instead he takes on d8. 2 minutes 50 seconds, 57 seconds for Yahli. Rook takes d8. And now Vishy is better. He's close to winning here. Because the knight does not have squares. It can't go here. If it goes to a3, there's knight b4 with the idea of taking on a2. It's big trouble. And I mean, if king b1 here, you're losing in many ways. Bishop f5. So he jumps in knight d6. And look at this. His point is, if you take on d6, I have c5. But Vishy is going for the knight. He's seen it. And look at that excitement on Vishy's face. He takes on d6. And his point is, if you play c5, creating a double attack, what has Vishy in mind? With 5 minutes 57 seconds, the lightning kid is on show. He takes rook d5. And point being, if the cb6, rook d1, king c2, knight d4 is a checkmate. You have to give up your queen, and Vishy is a piece up. That's incredible. After rook d5, you can see Vishy busy watching other games. He knows that he's won the game. Yahli has only 10 seconds left. He resigns. Vishy Anand scores his second win of the tournament. And he's talking about rook e8, check, and it doesn't work there. Somehow, Vishy still unbeaten in the tournament. What a guy. 55 years of age and still showing some immense skills, beating a young grandmaster from Israel whose classical rating is 2537. So very strong GM, and Vishy wins here.